today we're going to be reacting to Formula One speed compared to other race cars.
I don't think there's going to be any cars faster.
I don't think it's really a comparison. I think the F1 is going to blow out all the other race cars.
What do y'all think? Comment down below.
Now, it might be some other fast race cars out there, I ain't going to lie, because we're just getting into like this racing and car world. So
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so either, because they said that thing go up to 200 miles per hour quick.
Yeah.
So we don't see. Let's just get into this video. Tell us what y'all like. Comment down below, and let's get to it.
Formula cars, GT cars, prototypes, stock cars, and superbikes. Different racing disciplines produce very different machines, all with different strengths and weaknesses. But how do they stack up? Which would win in a quarter-mile drag race?
F1, I'm going F1.
Or the biggest question I have is which would win in a race around a circuit? We've done some calculations to find.
I also think it depends on like the obstacle too.
Starting with Formula One, our benchmark for this test. These cars have over 1,000 horsepower and weigh around 800 kilograms in race trim. But as we know, they're tuned for maximum corner speed with lots of downforce. And so this may hinder it in a straight line, but pay dividends around a lap. Next is Formula 2 with very similar weight, but with less aero and less power, with around 600.
What's the difference between F1 and F2?
I have no idea.
We're going to do some videos.
Yeah, that's why we're learning. We're learning more and more. We're learning more and more, so.
Then we have its baby brother, the Formula 3 car.
Oh.
This has less power, but much less.
Right.
Then we have IndyCar, Formula 1's American cousin. Similar in weight to a Formula 1 car, but with a bit less power. However, they are much more slippery in a straight line. Then we have Formula E, much less power than other Formula cars, more weight, but instant torque. These are very much designed for smaller, twistier street circuits. And that's our lot for Formula cars, next to the GTs. So we have the three classes that will be racing at Le Mans this year. The new hypercar with a hybrid system powering all four wheels.
Different.
And 670
all of them really look different.
Then
like the only car that looks like a regular car is a NASCAR.
And similar weight. Then there are the GTE cars,
those look like regular.
Have 550 horsepower and weigh around 1,200 kilograms.
Now they're not regular. That thing will dust to everybody.
Yeah.
You see one of those in the streets. Don't try to race that thing.
For the long straights at Le Mans. The GT3s have a little less power than the GTEs, but have much more aero, and so might not be far off in terms of lap time. Then comes the DTM cars, the German Touring Car Championship. These are actually very similar to GTEs, so we'll see how they stack up. Then we have NASCAR, which are obviously designed with ovals in mind, but are racing on many more road circuits in recent years. And then finally we have MotoGP.
They be getting low, but they need to be touching the ground.
They lose out around the corners as there's much less rubber on the road.
That's kind of weird. How are they not falling?
The first test is a 0 to 100 kilometers an hour. It wraps up the car's traction, power, torque, and weight all in one test. However, most cars actually aren't great at this. For example, a modern Tesla could give a Formula 1 car a good run for its money.
What?
Race cars
Wait, whoa. He said a Tesla?
A Tesla.
Oh,
Tesla could give a Formula 1 car. However, most cars actually aren't great at this. For example, a modern Tesla could give a Formula 1 car a good run for its money.
Well, like
race cars tend to have very.
If it was like in a straight line, probably, but like
particularly good at launching. But anyway, what do you think will win? Obviously, no one has done this combination in real life, so we've stacked them up in the virtual world and compiled all of their times to see which would come out.
Let's see.
Come on, man.
Oh.
The winner is actually pretty surprising. The fastest is the hypercar. It may weigh more and have less power than a Formula 1 car, but its hybrid system powers all.
Okay, we were wrong.
Yeah,
we was wrong.
But
I did say there might be faster cars out there. So.
Yeah. And I didn't even go back real quick. I don't even know if that even came. It came like second, third.
The winner is actually pretty surprising. The fastest is the hypercar.
We need to look up that car for sure.
Yeah.
You know, it blew that thing out.
But its hybrid system powers all four wheels, giving it incredible acceleration off the line. Another key factor is power to weight, and this is why you see the MotoGP bike doing well. It doesn't get a great start due to reduced traction, but it does have a better power to weight ratio than anything.
So the motorcycle is second.
I didn't even see that.
Formula 1 car is kind of in the back. That one not in the back, top one, but
that one's a Formula 1.
Nearly 1,200 horsepower per ton powers it to actually beat the Formula 1 car. Now, powerful bikes do tend to be really hard to launch, but once you're on the line, the acceleration is incredible. The Formula E car does really well in this test, beating many cars with much more horsepower. But that instant torque from the electric motor must make up for it. The gaps between the rest of the pack is actually really close, with the GT3 and the NASCAR bringing up the rear, as they have significantly more weight than the others in this test.
All the cars fast though, but
For me, the most surprising is
that's a
that
different
I
type of
expect
fast.
the power and reduced weight of the Formula One car to give the edge, but this initial acceleration is what the hypercars are best at. Up to 200 kilometers an hour, the hypercars have the advantage in a one-on-one race. But if we let them carry on, this is where the power to weight is less of an issue, and the aerodynamic drag.
That's what I think it really is, just the obstacle.
This is where the F1 car really takes over. You can see that the extra power helps it claw back the time and accelerate up to a top speed of 360 kilometers an hour, where the hypercar falls short at 335. But if
So technically the F1 car would be faster.
In certain things.
Yeah.
This is essentially a measure
Depends
of
on what they're
power
racing.
versus drag. And at these speeds, the force produced by slicing through the air is immense. Also, many of these cars are tuned for lap time on short tracks, and so top speed isn't massively relevant, but it's interesting to see anyway. The top speed is actually taken by IndyCar, which has less power than the Formula One car, but thanks to its very slippery body and covered rear wheels.
I think we need to get into like some IndyCar.
Yeah.
They said it's American, like it's more American style.
Hey, y'all do know, if y'all don't know, we're going to our first NASCAR race.
Yeah,
so
we're
hey,
going to
we
our
excited for that.
NASCAR.
We excited for that.
Yeah, but I want to go to an IndyCar.
I want to go to Indy,
I want to go to all of
Formula
them. Really.
One. I want to go to all of them, really.
Yeah.
To 380
Because that Formula One, boy, them fans be going crazy.
Beats the Formula One car due to its much smaller frontal area, punching a
I
smaller
bet these
hole in the air.
NASCAR
It also doesn't
ones
create any
are people are
downforce,
gonna
so
be
it comes
crazy
with
too.
a large drag penalty. The LMP2 car beats the Formula 2 car, but more interestingly, it also beats the Hypercar, a car that is a class above it in the World Endurance Championship. The margins between these two classes are really small this year. It'll be interesting to see the lap time difference between these two, where the Hypercar dominates the acceleration zone, but the LMP2 car is actually faster at the end of the straight. But acceleration and top speed is one thing. Lap time around a circuit is a whole different ballgame. The cars often take different approaches to the trade-off between straight line speed and corner and grip. And we've picked Spa as the track for this battle, as the majority of cars have raced here and set representative laps in the past couple of years. And obviously Lewis Hamilton holds the lap record here from 2020
Lewis
with a
Hamilton.
1 minute 41.2, which is quite clearly the fastest car here over a lap. The fastest lap in a Formula 2 car is held by Yuki Tsunoda with a 157.
So these some big names.
Over
Yeah.
16 seconds slower than the Formula 1 car.
Hey, I wonder, like, say a NASCAR, like a driver, switch to like a Formula One.
It would probably be completely different.
Yeah,
I
completely
bet.
different world, but I'm sure some of them translate, say, a Formula One to NASCAR, but
I don't think so.
I think so, because they might be like, ooh, I want to experience that, because I would. That's like,
Yeah.
Fastest Formula
like
3
going from
lap is
basketball to
7
football.
seconds slower than this with a 2 minutes 5.
People do
We
it,
also
people
know all
do
of
it.
the WEC times from the 6 hours of Spa this year, so let's add them in there too. DTM and GT3s have also raced this track, but what's more difficult to predict is NASCAR, MotoGP, and Formula E. As many of you will
Like
know,
the
these cars
GT3,
don't
I didn't
race
see
this
it
track,
like
and so
top
finding data
3
for
yet.
this has been really
It's always
tricky.
in the bag, but
So what we've done is compare these
Hey,
cars
But they do
using
different
other
racing,
Yeah.
so
So, for example, NASCAR raced at the Circuit of the Americas this year with Tyler Reddick setting a lap of 2 minutes 12.6. And then the last Formula One time was set by Charles Leclerc in 2019 with a pole time of 1 minute 36.1.
Dang.
If you work this out, it turns out to be a 28% difference. And since Kota and Spa are roughly the same in terms of having long straights as well as many slow to medium speed corners, we can apply this difference to get a NASCAR time of 2 minutes and 9 seconds at Spa. Now, this isn't a bulletproof estimate, but it seems to be a pretty good ballpark figure. If we do the same with MotoGP, which is raced at Red Bull Ring, we also get a 28% difference compared
so
to
they
Formula One.
ain't messing with the Formula One
NASCAR
Yeah.
when it comes to that race.
be very close in a race around Spa, and that would be good to watch. Now, with Formula E, this gets a bit trickier. They tend to race much shorter tracks than Formula One, and so this guess is a little fuzzier. The Formula E and Formula One times around Monaco have a difference of 23%, but this being a very short stop and start track, this wouldn't be massively representative around Spa, where the long straights would punish the Formula E car. This would make the lap time around 2 minutes 4, which seems much too fast. We would probably expect around a 2 minutes 10 to 2 minutes 20. So we went looking for some more data, and interestingly, Jimmy Broadbent has lapped both the Formula E cars and the Formula One car around the Nordschleife in the sim. This track has
I wanna
long
get that
straights,
game.
slow corners, and everything in between. and much more representative of Spa. Interestingly, this percentage comparison works out as exactly a lap time of around 2 minutes 10. Definitely a ropey estimate, but it gives us a good idea. Formula One may have beaten IndyCar on a circuit, but what would happen if the roles were reversed and they raced on an oval?
What do you think? Is the IndyCar gonna beat the Formula?
Probably, because they race different.
Thank you very much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.
I don't know. I think the Formula One. I think it will win. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know.
That thing bad, boy. That thing is bad.
Yeah, I don't know though, because that's a whole different ball. That's a whole different course.
It's a whole different world.
A whole different track. A whole different everything.
league.
Yeah.
Like but we was wrong when we said we thought the Formula One. It is one of the fastest cars and certain stuff, but
that Indy car, that one must be a fast car too. So the GT, yeah.
They all fast.
You said the GT.
They all fast though. They'll smoke all cars. So
yeah, definitely. Definitely, but
yeah, that was it for that video. You got anything else?
No.
All right, make sure you guys like, comment, do all that good stuff. Tell us what y'all think. We're gonna catch y'all next time.